Only 2 weeks left till I get to my goal weight. Hi everyone, my name is Chris Martin. Welcome to Keto with me. Alright, let's get to the weight loss for week 26 here. So I lost I have to look at the screen. I lost 1.1 pounds for week 26. That puts me at a total weight loss of 71.3 pounds. Yes, over 71 pounds in 26 weeks, half a year, 180 days. And my weight is 163.1 right now. That is a long ways from the 234.4 that I started at, back on February 1st, 2023. So I'm just super tickled. My goal weight is 160, and I'll say 160-ish because if it's 160.2, I'm okay with that. So, and we're going to talk about later in this video what comes next. What are my plans? We're going to talk about the ending of these result series videos, the ending of the diary series videos, and the much shorter, more palatable, 2-minute, 3-minute length videos that I'll be creating in the future, and anything else that follows. And yes, exercise is coming. So if you watch my diary series videos, then you know that I track way more than just like weight. I track things like sleep, I track things like the meditation I do, if I were to do exercise, any books I read, anything that has to do with my learning and so forth, whether it be keto related or not, those things are, in the diary series. I wanted to call out the sleep aspect of it more than anything because about week 3 of my journey, I started to really improve a lot because I just remember for years it seemed like I did not get good sleep. I'd wake up more frequently and so forth. So I get about 8 hours on average of uninterrupted sleep per night. That to me is worth mentioning to you all because I just think it's it's just probably one of the greatest benefits besides like better health, but just one of the greatest benefits that you can get from just doing keto. The world that I live in, as far as right now, it's not just the keto world, but it's also the fasting world. Daily, I do a 1 meal a day. We typically call that OMAD, and then I do try to squeeze in some long fasts. Right now, I've to date have completed 12 72-hour fasts. In addition to that, I've completed 12 48-hour fasts, with the 12th one actually being in week 26. So that is something that I do plan on doing after I move out of the, into maintenance and exercise. Once I move into exercise and maintenance mode, I do continue to plan on doing OMAD as my standard eating, daily, and then, squeeze in. I'm going to attempt to do a 48-hour fast weekly, but as you've seen, through the series here, I will pivot whenever needed if I'm just not feeling it. I'm also going to try to do like a 72 every quarter, just kind of, give me that extra long, fast, every now and then, just so I can get extra additional benefits of fasting. The type of style that I follow with my keto is it's called clean/dirty, where the emphasis on whole foods, low ingredient foods. What should I say? I do that about 85-90% of the time, and then the other 10-15% would be maybe dirty foods here and there, such as like pepperoni and some other things. So I just wanted to give you that. I wanted to also point out that my success is largely attributed to doing things like tracking. If you look at my diary series, I have I have spreadsheets for my goals. I have this sheet for my daily, like I kind of pencil things down, then I go and I put it in other tools like Chronometer or into the spreadsheet. So Chronometer is what I use primarily for my food. So in addition to the tracking, having goals like 20 carbs or less and then sticking with it to the best of my ability helps. Also having keto-based macro goals. Mine are currently 75, 5, and 20, so 75% of the food I eat is fat. So there are advanced versions of those, but I've never had to, go that way. Although, if I get to, 80%, fat, I eat it sometimes. It's just not my target, because the success I'm getting, tied with intermittent fasting, I'm getting what I need out of it. All right, let's get to my other numbers. We already heard what my weight loss and so forth is, and and we'll do that. Let me look at the screen here. So my average daily carbs for, it was 6 days this week that I ate, was 18 carbs. And then my macros for the week was 78, 4, and 18. Those are really good macros. So I ate mostly fat this week with lower carb and just very moderate to low, protein. So nailed that. My average blood glucose, for those 7 days was 75. My average ketones for the 7 days was 2.0. My Dr. Boz ratio, if you follow Dr. Boz, was 40 on average for it. So those, to me, are all really, really, really good numbers. So I also do other things in addition to, fasting and tracking and everything else. I like to do some things like meditation, learning and so forth. Those are in my diary series, typically in more detail, but those are part of what also helped me be successful, is tracking literally everything I do that considers to be what I call my pit of success. I know I mentioned my diary series like 5 times in this video, but if you get a chance, check it out. I have the details of the food that I ate for that week, but I'm gonna just give you a quick rundown. For the beginning of the week, I ate breakfast for dinner. That's always a good one. Omelets and things like that. Another day we had zucchini lasagna because we just got this massive amount of zucchini and squash in the garden. And so just, be careful with all the, the vegetables and stuff. Vegetables are great. I eat a lot of vegetables, but you don't want to, eat, more carbs, than necessary. So I'm always very cautious on that. But the zucchini lasagna was good. Salmon patties, one of my favorite, absolute favorite to have. Again, I make them more keto-ish. And then, one of the other days we had a potluck because we went up to the quarry to go diving, scuba diving, and that was a little bit of a challenge, but I just had to be very mindful of what foods I picked and stuff. Not everything was keto, but there was quite a bit of keto that I could at least pick from. Another day we had hamburgers, I should say cheeseburgers, but cheeseburger, squash, and salad. I fasted one of the days, and then one of the other days I just ate leftovers. It's not untypical for me to have a week where I eat leftovers once or twice, because when we do make foods, you will have leftovers, and I'll just kind of have a meal that's just a hodgepodge of all those things just that were left over. And I actually really do enjoy leftovers. I never was a big leftover fan prior to doing keto. The sad part, I mentioned at the beginning of the video that I'll be talking about the end of series, my goal weight and stuff like that. So first of all, I'm not ending the channel. I'm going to have plenty more videos coming. So I'm just ending the results style video, which is the one you're watching right now, and the diary series video. It is obvious to me that that the length of these videos are not as palatable for most folks. If you want details, yes, this is great. Watch these long videos. But a lot of us, including myself, I'm not exempt, would like to get in, get the info, and then move on. But for me, when I started this journey, it was selfishly more about me and making it through the journey, and then kind of getting, on camera everything that I was doing. But going forward, I want the videos to be much, much shorter. So the last videos for the results, the one you're watching, and the diary, which usually get released together every week, will be week 28. I will be roughly at 160 pounds. I don't care if it's 160.1, 160.8. If I'm at 160, that's my goal weight. I just pick somewhere to stop because I could just keep moving it. I could go to 155. I could have stopped at 165. That's where I'm stopping. So what happens after that? Well, after I'm done with that, I'm going to continue to release Jamie's videos. So if you watch the Mentor series, his videos will still be that longer format. I know. You just said you're going to make shorter ones, but his will maintain that format. But then I'm spinning up a new, basically Chris's Living the Keto Life Weekly 2-Minute Rundown. I know that's a mouthful, but my goal is to keep you guys updated where I'm at, you know, numbers included, pictures included, how exercise is affecting it, how I'm maintaining, where do I bring my carb levels up to to maintain and exercise and so forth, because I guarantee you it's not 20 carbs. I will be doing some fasting, but maybe I won't be doing a 48 every week because maybe it'll just be too rough with the exercise that I'm doing. I will figure it out, and that's what this 2-minute rundown. I just want to get you the information, so you can see where I'm at, see the pictures, and then we move on from there. And just like these videos, they'll evolve and adapt over time. So in addition to those 2 videos, those will release every week no matter what. There could be 2 other videos that release. These other 2 videos, for lack of better words, I'm just going to call top secret. They're a completely different pivot from the type of videos that I'm putting out right now. But they will cover topics that are like, keto related topics, obviously. They will also, actually give out recipes that, my wife and I make and so forth. But these videos are going to follow that requirement of 1 to 2 minutes. They're going to be quick, they're going to be palatable, and I think more importantly, when you see the style and format, you'll probably enjoy it and just say, well, God, at least I hope you will enjoy it. So you'll look at the videos and go, okay, I see why he's doing this, because he's just trying to get, get it out there, get it quick and so forth, and not belabor the point like much what I'm doing here. There will be some other off-the-wall videos that come out. I'll just dangle that carrot. For example, the week 28 video, I'm actually doing a making of video, so you'll get to actually see the behind the scenes. What's behind all this. What's over here. What's over here to the right? What's over to the left? I'm going to literally show you me making the last week 28 diary series video. So that one will probably take me quite a few weeks to edit and cut, because there's going to be multiple cameras involved and multiple sound sources. Here when you see the picture of all this, you'll be like, oh, there's a camera there. Duh, that makes sense, right? There's a camera. Used to be my phone there, but eventually I bought a camera. And then I switched microphones and all these other things that I've done, and you'll look at it and go, wow, that's kind of just not as pretty as I would have expected it to look, around. So there'll be a video like that. I'm also building a new studio. The kids' playroom is getting retired, so they're all older now. And I'm coming out of the dungeon because this is my basement, but I want to move up into the level that actually has sunlight, and there'll be a pretty studio. I mean, it's not like I invested tens of thousands of dollars. I spent more on the new audio equipment than I did on making the studio look pretty, but it'll look definitely a lot prettier, and it'll be the new environment that the 2-minute rundown comes from, and parts of the other new style videos. And Jamie and I will move up to there whenever it's ready. I've been working on it for a couple weeks. It'll probably be ready by the time week 28 wraps up for what comes afterwards. So I'm hoping you guys will all stick around for those new and exciting changes. All right, that's it for week 26 results video. Thanks for taking time to watch today's video. Please like and subscribe so you can keto with me. As always, if you have any comments or questions, don't hesitate to leave them down below. Just remember, nobody's perfect. Be a coach, not a critic. And take care, folks.